Welcome to Raccoon City Conservation and Research Family's YouTube channel, also known as RCCRF. I'm the host and the owner, Alex Beyer. I had this idea for this business about 10 years ago, and it stems from my love of dogs and dog-like carnivores known as caniformia. And now, caniformias don't just include dogs and wolves, they also include foxes, raccoons, bears, weasels, seals, and so on. The name Raccoon City comes from a video game series called Resident Evil, and it is a fictional town in Colorado where the first 3 games take place. It highlights not only my love of video games, but my love of horror, since it's a survival horror game, and it also works on the whole caniformia angle, since raccoons are part of the caniformia suborder. The mascot for Raccoon City is named Leon, again in reference to Resident Evil, in this case Resident Evil 2, because the male protagonist in that game was named Leon S. Kennedy. So he's supposed to be a raccoon, but gets confused for a fox due to the color morph I chose, which at the time I was not aware of blonde raccoons, and just chose those colors because I liked the way they looked together, and it was kind of a typical color choice because I wanted to stick with only 2 colors for the raccoon, since I read somewhere if you have too many colors in your logo, it doesn't make it memorable. So that was my attempt to design a raccoon with only 2 colors and try to still make it recognizable as a raccoon. As a result, it gets confused for a fox a lot of times. But both being caniformia, it kind of allows me to make the argument that it's now just a generic looking dog-like carnivore that both suits the canid side of the suborder and the Arctoidea side of the suborder. Now, Arctoidea is an infraorder, and that's all you really need to know about right now. We can go more into that in an actual extended history that I'll write up as a blog post on rccrf.blogspot.com. The goal of this channel is not only to educate you about exotic pet ownership and raccoons, it's also to provide the obligatory cute raccoon videos and entertain you. Now we're going to go into how this YouTube channel will be structured. So the first part will be the educational blog, where each week I'll recap what happened in that week, what worked, what didn't work, what I learned, and what needs improvement on in regards to raccoon rearing. Part 2 is the entertainment part of the channel, which are your short, quick videos of raccoons doing raccoon things, such as climbing, eating, playing, taking a bath, and so on. The third topic I'd like to cover with this channel are product reviews and tutorials. Now, in terms of product reviews, I want to talk about what products work for a raccoon, given the fact that it's such a unique animal that not a lot has been documented on what works and what doesn't. So we'll cover harnesses that work for it, leashes, treats, and food in that part of the channel. Whereas the tutorial side will cover things like how to feed your raccoon, how to bathe it, and basic training skills like walking it, getting it to come to call, and so on. The final part of this YouTube channel is the audience participation portion, where you guys can contribute your videos and or likes to my channel via playlists. since that's kind of the only real way you guys can contribute in a more direct manner outside of commenting. As of right now, I'm doing an experiment with a music playlist called the People's Playlist, where you guys can share what music you guys like to listen to, since music played a huge part in my life. And the only rules I have for that playlist are, there's two really. The first one being it has to be music, and it can't be really long concerts. It can only be one song in that block. And rule number two is don't spam the playlist with your own likes. I'll start deleting songs and only be picking out the best of the best. But again, just be respectful. Contribute a few songs, that's fine. 5's fine, but if you start doing 20, that's obnoxious. Thanks for watching. Next week we'll be covering exotic pet ownership. Until next time, be well.